Hi everyone! After weeks of hard work and campaigning, this year's SU leadership elections are finally over. 1,482 of you took part and voted in the elections, which will have such a massive impact on your university experience. So thank you for not ducking out democracy, and let's find out who is your next SU President, Vice President Education and Vice President Student Activities for 2021 to 2022. So welcome everyone to what is a very different results night. Thank you for tuning in to what we hope will be an exciting evening. We have reached the end of what has been a really long and tiring week, staring at the computer screen watching those votes go up while all the candidates do all of the hard work. This year, our candidates have had a harder task than ever to get their message across to students, and we are so proud of everything they have achieved. Win or lose, they have all been amazing. It's been a crazy and hard week for them, with early morning briefings, well early for students anyway, taking part in 1 million calls on blackboards and Teams, speaking at live streamed question times and getting those students voting. These 3 officer positions are vital in leading the organisation in a strategic yet fun and student-centred way. Win or lose, our candidates have asked you, their peers, to trust them and to lead our union, and we cannot thank them enough for their hard work. They have shown dedication, tenacity and a desire to succeed, putting aside their vulnerabilities. I have been in the same position as these individuals, and it is a position that has forced me to completely come out of my comfort zone, and to see others do the same is really quite wonderful. These candidates have said they are going to go for this, and that no one is going to stop them, and that they won't duck out of democracy, and they should be commended for that. They have also supported each other and conducted themselves in a way that makes Teamwalk what it is.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all the SU staff. They put a massive amount of time in planning and delivering these elections, adapting everything for a virtual election and most importantly supporting all of the candidates. Tim, Jack and Dan, elections really would not be delivered to a standard as high as this if it wasn't for all your hard work and commitment. Hours and hours of behind the scenes planning goes into the elections, which isn't seen, so thank you very much for everything you do. Alana and Clement, our marketing team, has once again been absolutely amazing, developing new ways for showcasing our candidates online, helping them to get their message heard. A special thanks must go to Jordana, Florentina and Philippe, our student designers who designed all of our election promo material. Thank you for all your efforts, skills and time.
Every member of staff has spent time this week encouraging students to vote, helping promote and raise awareness of the SU and recommend students who have stood out to them to run in elections. Finally, I would like to thank all those who put so much effort into this evening to celebrate our candidates' achievements. A special shout out has to go to our partners at Domino's for providing all of our candidates with a takeaway meal this evening.
So now it's time to announce the winners of our special awards. These awards are to recognise the special efforts made by our candidates and their teams throughout the last week, going above and beyond to get your votes. These special awards recognise our candidates for their great work they have put in, for their inventive campaigns, the most visible campaign, and those whose creativity has really shone through. So now we have 2 SU members of staff, Jack and Dan, who are going to go through and announce the winners of these awards.
Our first award is for the best slogan. The nominees are Amy Palmer, put your education in the palm of my hands. Neve Ricketts, neither gonna give you up, neither gonna give you down, neither gonna run you around and desert you. And Ragnar Mudachek, for hit snag, vote for Rag. And the winner is Neve Ricketts. Our second award is for the best SU social media takeover. The nominees are Amy Palmer, Liam Lees and Neve Ricketts. The winner is Liam Lees.
If you want to check out my manifesto, hopefully it's kind of there, then you can do that on my Instagram channel, on my Facebook. Ding, ding, ding.
The next award is for the best campaign video. The nominees are Amy Palmer for Bet On It, Drew Humphrey for the Drew Humphrey music video, and Raf Aquilina for Wreck It Raffy. And the winner is Drew Humphrey.
So wrong
Next we have the award for the best Instagram post during the campaign. The nominees are Drew Humphrey, Neve Ricketts and Ragnar Mulacek. And the winner is Ragnar Mulacek for his Zoom meeting Instagram post.
Next we have the award for the best campaign activity. The nominees are Amy Palmer for her campaign bingo and Molly Alsop for her campaign quiz. And the winner is Amy Palmer. Now let's move on to the award for the best question time performance. Everyone did really well. We're going to recognise a few individuals. The nominees are Amy Palmer, Drew Humphrey and Lucy Hunter. The winner is Drew Humphrey.
because Black Lives Matter every day, not just in October. LGBT lives matter every single day, not just in February. Female lives matter every single day, not just on the 8th of March. And it's time that we start incorporating those concepts into our courses.
Next up, we have the award for the best graphically designed manifesto. The nominees are Neve Ricketts, Molly Alsop and Lucy Hunter. And the winner is Molly Alsop. Finally, we have the award for the best campaign theme. The nominees are Lucy Hunter, Neve Ricketts and Raf Aquilina. And the winner is Neve Ricketts. Well done to all the winners of these awards. We will now hand back to the officers to announce the results that you've all been waiting for.
Thank you, Jack and Dan. Val Yates, Director of Access and Inclusion at the University, has once again done an amazing job as our Deputy Returning Officer for these elections. The Deputy Returning Officer is vital to the elections, providing an independent voice to make sure the elections are fair and genuinely democratic, in line with the requirements of the Education Act 1994. Unfortunately, Val cannot be with us tonight, so I would like to invite our Student Engagement Manager, Tim Hughes-Belton, to the stage to speak on her behalf.
Okay, so firstly, I would like to thank all the candidates for an incredibly well-run and thoughtful and engaging week of elections. It's been a pleasure to see students going out and campaigning in a fun, professional, good-natured, friendly and high-profile, although virtual election. The election was conducted during exceptional circumstances, and it was great to see a selection of enthusiastic candidates who campaigned tirelessly, albeit online, for the chance to represent their peers and achieved a very respectable voting tally that was only just over 100 votes less than last year. This is testament to the hard work of the SU staff and current officers and their work to raise the profile of the importance of student representation and the student voice in developing their learning and contributing to the success of the University of Worcester. I know that I can speak on behalf of the whole university when I say that we are looking forward to welcoming the new officer team next year. I would also like to thank Meg, Harry and Tish for their hard work in what's been an exceptional and an extraordinary year to be a Students' Union officer. It has been a delight to work alongside you, and I'm always inspired by your continued enthusiasm, innovation and tireless pursuit of what is best for students. Wishing you all well as you move on to pastures new. So I can now confirm that the Worcester Students' Union election 2021 was free and fair. 1,482 students voted in this election, and the total number of valid votes was 4,186, with 336 abstentions. Turnout was 14.15%. Due to the pandemic, all votes were cast online. I hereby declare that in line with Worcester Students' Union's Constitution and the 1994 Education Act, the results of these elections are valid. Thank you again to all the candidates, staff and elected officers who made this election so successful, and I look forward to a great year in 2021-22.
So now we move on to the officer results. Our first full-time officer result is for the position very close to my heart, which is that of the SU President. The SU President is the face of the union, bringing together all elements of the Students' Union and directing the executive team to deliver our overall aims and objectives. They are also responsible for ensuring that the welfare of students is at the forefront of the university's agenda, supporting our new networks and running campaigns and raising awareness. The flexibility the President enjoys ultimately gives them a say in the direction of the Students' Union, but with the high profile comes high expectations. So now I'm going to announce the winner of the President role. The total valid votes for this election is 1,371, with 214 abstentions, and therefore the quota to win in the first round is 579 votes. There were two candidates in this election, Liam Lees and reopened nominations. At the first stage, Liam Lees received 1,078 votes, and reopened nominations received 79 votes. Therefore, it is our pleasure to announce that Liam Lees has been duly elected as your SU President for the academic year 2021 to 2022.
The Vice President Education role really says it all in the name. They are the lead student representative for academic matters at the university. The role is involved in everything from learning and teaching, teaching quality, the academic regulations, studying, assessments and academic representation. They campaign, negotiate and lobby the university on education policy in order to make the improvements that are important to students' academic experience. So now we'll go on to the results of the election for Vice President Education. The total valid votes for this election is 1,389, with 70 abstentions, and therefore the quota to win in the first round is 660. There were 5 candidates in the election: Amy Palmer, Drew Humphrey, Lucy Hunter and Ragnar Mulacek, and reopened nominations. At the first stage, Amy Palmer received 278 votes, Drew Humphrey received 304 votes, Lucy Hunter received 221 votes, Ragnar Mulacek received 509 votes, and reopened nominations received 7 votes. At the end of the first stage, no candidate had received the required votes, and therefore Ron was eliminated and the votes transferred. The quota was reduced to 656. At the second stage, Amy Palmer received 279 votes, Drew Humphrey received 304 votes, Lucy Hunter received 221 votes, and Ragnar Mulacek received 510 votes. At the end of the second stage, no candidate had received the required votes, and Lucy Hunter was eliminated and the votes transferred. The quota was reduced to 546. At the third stage, Amy Palmer received 295 votes, Drew Humphrey received 307 votes, and Ragnar Mulacek received 529 votes. At the end of the third stage, no candidate had received the required votes, and Amy Palmer was eliminated and the votes transferred. The quota was reduced to 398. At the fourth stage, Drew Humphrey received 333 votes, and Ragnar Mulacek received 583 votes. We are hereby able to declare that Ragnar Mulacek has been duly elected as your Vice President Education for the academic year 2021 to 22. Congratulations.
Finally, we have the Vice President of Student Activities. The VPSA is perhaps the most varied role of the three, focused on development and growth of society, sport, teamwork action and student fundraising, or as we like to call it, RAG. This role drives forward the union's work to develop the skills of our students, providing extracurriculum opportunities that help them stand out from the crowd. I'm now going to proceed and run through the results. The total valid votes for this election is 1,426, with 52 abstentions, and therefore the quota to win in the first round is 687. There were 4 candidates in this election: Molly Alsop, Niamh Ricketts, Raf Aquilina, and reopened nominations. At the first stage, Molly Alsop received 213 votes. Niamh Ricketts received 766 votes, Raf Aquilina received 389 votes, and reopened nomination received 6 votes. Therefore, it is our pleasure to announce that Niamh Ricketts has been duly elected as your Vice President of Student Activities for the academic year of 2021-2022. Congratulations.
So now let me introduce you to your officer team for 2021 to 2022. SU President Liam Lees, Vice President Education Ragnar Malarchik, and Vice President Student Activities Niamh Ricketts. Congratulations to everyone who's been involved in the elections. To finish, I'd just like to say a massive thank you to everyone at the SU team, but also to those who have voted. Most importantly, thank you for not ducking out of democracy.